Quick look at the presentation box. Nice package design. On the back of the box, we do have all these specifications. Inside the box, you're going to get the Swag 80-watt mod. Along with the mod, they're going to include a sub-ohm tank. Not sure the name, but we'll find out the name in a moment. You'll get a coil head pre-installed, Delrin drip tip. They will include an additional coil head, along with an extra glass tank and some extra O-rings. They will also include a pretty nice micro USB cable. And you'll get a lot of documentation. They're going to give you 3 user manuals in 3 different languages. You'll get a warranty card and a warning card, and also this nice little coil chart. And it has all the available coils they offer and all the wattages they recommend. So depending on the vape you're looking for, this is a nice little reference card. So that way you can find out which coil is best suited for you. Dimensions, I measured 75 millimeters tall, 48 millimeters wide, and 25 millimeters thick. This is a really lightweight device. It is constructed of an aluminum alloy, and I weighed it in without a battery at only 64 grams. So it is a really small. Also along the top is going to be your battery cap, and I'm not sure if this is stainless steel or aluminum, but we do have a nice battery cap. Single 18650 design, slide out your battery, positive down, but we do have reverse battery protection. And when you pop your battery in there, just pop it in, take your battery cap, screw it down till it's tight, and once it's tightened down, we have absolutely no battery rattle. Along the side is going to be your firing switch and your mode button. Now the buttons on here are pretty small because it is a pretty small device. They are low profile. The buttons feel like they're made of aluminum, nice and clicky and responsive. I've had no issues with the buttons whatsoever. And also we have your wattage adjustment button along the face right here. It's a rocker style switch, you know, wattage up, wattage down. And it is kind of set down into the mod, as you can see there. So that way when you're holding it like this, your hand will not accidentally press the wattage button. We also have a 0.91 inch OLED display on the side. Nice looking display, all your information's on there. It's fairly bright, easy to read indoors. Might have a bit of an issue with direct sunlight. At the bottom, we will have some ports cut out for battery ventilation. And then along the side right here, we're going to have your micro USB port. One cool feature about this is we have 2 amp charging over USB, which means it will charge your battery pretty quick. We also have firmware updates over USB. Now this device does come in black, silver, blue, and orange. Let's have a quick look at the menu. Now even though we have 4 buttons on here, there is still a lot of button presses you'll have to remember, but it's very similar to all the previous Vaporesso devices. So on the main screen, you got your temperature, your wattage, resistance, your battery indicator. Holding down the mode button will go through the different modes. So we're in nickel, as you can see there. Titanium, we were in stainless steel previously. And we got memory 1, memory 2. We have bypass, which acts like a unregulated device. And then we have system set. The device itself will actually recommend a wattage for you. And then we have your customized curve of wattage. This will allow you to adjust the ramp up time, or the curve, should I say. So let's say you want to set it for, 40 watts for the first second and then bump it up to 60. You can do that. Now holding or doing 3 clicks of the mode button, 1, 2, 3, will actually give you VW and CCW. CCW is customized curve of wattage, which you just seen, and VW is just variable wattage. Selecting that, and then you're in regular wattage mode. Now if you go into temperature mode, let's hold that mode button down, and you do 3 clicks of the mode button, 1, 2, 3, you're going to have variable temperature, customized curve of temperature, and then your TCR setting. Now the wattage down and the mode button together is actually going to lock in your resistance in temperature mode. Repeat the process will unlock it. The wattage up and the mode will lock the device. And once the device is locked, you could still vape, but you just can't adjust your power or your wattage. Let's unlock that. Now holding down the firing switch and the wattage down button, you'll jump into settings. You have variable wattage mode, variable temperature mode. We have default. You're going to have your smart on and off. That's where it recommends the wattage for you. We're going to have your screen timeout, screen brightness. The brightness is currently set all the way up. We're going to have your puff counter, and then exit. And lastly, holding down the mode button and the firing switch together will show you the firmware that you're running. This one does offer firmware updates over USB, and you can see I got version 1.01. Let's have a quick look at the provided sub-ohm tank. Now this one's called the NRG SE sub-ohm tank. Very weird name for a sub-ohm tank, but 22 millimeters in diameter. They do include a Delrin 510 drip tip. And when you remove it, you'll see we have a little lip right here, but even though we have that little lip, you could still use your own 510 drip tips, which is nice. We do have top fill, and to fill this one up, all you're going to do is just swing open the top cap. It's got a hinge on there. There we go. There's going to be your fill port at the top. Pyrex glass tank will hold 3.5 mLs of liquid, and remember, we do get 2 glass tanks. Dual airflow control slots, and I measure the air slots to be roughly around 13 millimeter by 2 millimeter. And of course, you can open it wide open or close it down for a restricted vape. We do have stopping points on the airflow control ring, so that way when you close it down, it does stop and make it much easier to remove the base. And then at the bottom, nothing really too fancy, but we do have a silver-plated fixed 510 pin. And the 2 coil heads they provide in the kit, you'll get the GT2 core coil, ohms out at 0.4, rated for 40 to 80 watts, and it is a single vertical coil using stainless steel wire. And then they'll also include the GT C-cell coil, 0.5 ohms. It's a ceramic coil, and it's rated for 20 to 35 watts, and they are using Japanese organic cotton inside the coil heads.